What's going on, guys? It's Notorious Bucks, the casual gamer, coming to you with more tips on how to earn MT in NBA 2K22 MyTeam. Jump right into the video. If you're new to the channel, which most of you guys will be, please like, comment, and subscribe as I continue to try to grow my channel to provide content for the casual gamer looking to improve their lineups in NBA 2K22 MyTeam. So my first tip today will be to utilize diamond contracts. If you're new to the game or you're old to the game or the game mode, you'll know that you get a lot of diamond contracts for cheap, for free basically. They give them out every so often, whether it's a locker code or for grinding through the level 40 reward, you'll get free contracts. And there's been a lot of diamond contracts. I put diamond contracts on almost every card that I consistently use. That's the key to this tip. If you know you're going to use a card consistently, put a diamond contract on them just because it's going to save you MT in the long run. It may seem wasteful if you want to put that that contract on the auction house and try to earn MT from that. But like I said, with the amount of people buying contracts or getting contracts for free, they're not selling for as much as they should. And I feel personally that you'll get more for your contract if you just use it on cards that you know will be in your lineup consistently. So that's the first tip with that. My second tip would be to utilize the token reward market, right? So a lot of competitive players or other streamers might say that these cards aren't worth much in comparison to the cards that you can buy from packs. They are right and wrong at the same time, simply because the cards that you can buy in packs will be better than the cards that you get on a token reward market, but they won't be so much better that the card is unusable, especially if you're somewhat good at the game, which just happens with practice. So for example, I run Pink Diamond John Collins token reward market card. So let's compare him to a very good center that I think he's a little outdated at this point, but I think this is a good comparison between him and Anthony Davis. Both primary power forwards. They can play a little center. So offensively, John Collins is probably one of the top offensive centers in the game, or power forwards, just because he brings so much to the table. You're looking at their attributes, right? Three-pointer shot, 87. Mid-range shot, 84. Driving dunk, 95. Driving dunk, 97. Ball handle, he handles the ball just well enough that he can help you beat the press. And defense is where you're going to see a lot of his weaknesses, right? Interior defense and perimeter defense are terrible. But with that being said, he makes up for it on the offensive end of the court. And as a backup, a power forward, he's not going to be out there in crunch time more times than not. However, as a rebounder, 92 offensive rebound, 88 defensive rebounder. He's actually a better rebounder than his Anthony Davis card for at the time was going over well over 100,000 MT. Now Anthony Davis is at a buyout of still 100,000 MT. But for the other tips that I'm going to provide to you throughout this video, you actually see him right here for 85. I actually might pick him up later, but we'll see about that. But for the other tips that we see in this video, you'll know that when you're grinding your tokens and grinding these other game modes, when you're getting MT, you're going to get tokens along the way. So it kind of balances itself out where you can save yourself the MT opposed to paying that 100,000 to 85,000 MT for a card that you can get a similar value within your token reward market. My next tip, I love this game mode, triple threat offline and triple threat online. Grind these game modes, especially so. This is the lineup that I'm running for TT offline, right? One player with a diamond contract and two gold players. That way you just get easier matchups throughout. That way you're not really, playing hard or sweating against the AI. Where you can just go ahead and just speed boost past people with Allen Iverson, 300 off of screens, whatever your method is to score. But you'll get a lot of these games done quickly and pretty easily. But with that being said, you'll also see triple threat online. Look at the rewards, slowly but surely, every time you do a ball drop. So you can still have basketball. The basketballs go from anywhere from 250 to 500 MT. That's growing. You can get ball drops to get 250 MT, 500 MT. And once you get to tier 3 prizes, if you are so lucky enough that I have been to drop on the Paul George, you can put him in the auction house. Let's see what Paul George is going for right now. Paul George. Small forward, color, pink diamond. See right now, 87,000, 85, 75. So this is a free 70,000 MT if you're lucky enough to pull them. That's an excellent amount of MT, especially for a no menu spent account on getting a card that's, if you already have multiple or you don't feel like Paul George will make your lineup, for whatever reason, this is a great card. But With that being said, you can see like that's an easy 70,000 MT. And playing this game mode along the way, you'll like you've seen with the rewards, you're going to be getting tokens along the way. That way, you're building up your MT and your tokens as you grind. My next tip for you guys would be, and this is something that I just started doing, sell cards that aren't in your lineup. So for you guys that are into, card collectors, like if you want to, have card collector levels and, accomplish all of these things, then albeit go for it, get as many cards as you can and do what you got to do. But for the casual gamer, someone who's like, to be honest, normally speaking, if it wasn't like this year, like I'll see a lot of these because I'm going to be playing a lot more often, trying to grow as a content creator. So I'll see these 2,000, 3,000, like I'll get to this point eventually. But for the casual gamer, you probably won't collect enough cards to see Rajon Rondo. In reality, simply because it's just so many cards in the game and you're not going to use them all and they just sit in your collection just collecting dust. So when you open up a pack and you get a free deluxe pack or whatever the case may be, whether it's from playing limited, playing triple threat offline, a locker code, whatever the case may be, where they give you a free pack, if that card isn't good enough to make your lineup, sell them. Like, in all honesty, you don't want to lock in for a lot of these guys, right? So let's go to Dunktober. How many times have you seen a guy running Oscar Robertson's lock-in rewards? You really don't see that. So you just go ahead and sell these cards, especially when you're seeing these newer packs. Like you get a nice pull out of the New Year's resolution. Like I have to sell this guy. Like unless you're getting someone like, you're a big Luka fan, so you get lucky enough and you pull Luka from a free pack or whatever the case may be, then there's no reason to hold on to any of these cards or Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade is actually pretty good. I'm looking forward to adding him to my actual team here in the near future. Just trying to see if I can find him for that right price. But with that being said, I don't have cards in my lineup that won't play. I only have these cards simply so I can get a couple more of the achievements done for to get that free deluxe Tis the Season pack, because you never know, I might be able to see something shake and even earn MT or add one of these great cards to my lineup. You never know. So I'm holding on to those guys for that. But if you're not looking to use a card in your current lineup, then there's no reason to hold on to them. There's just zero reason to hold on to them. And then my last, and this is kind of my least preferred method because it takes MT to actually do this, is sniping. Sniping, if you don't know, is basically you're finding a card for cheap and then putting them back on the market for more expensive. So the last card I sniped was Magic Johnson. I got Magic Johnson for 100,000 MT. I put him up on the market later that day. I sold him for 388,000. So that's basically sniping. But like I said, the downside of sniping is if you do not have the MT, then you're kind of putting yourself behind the 8 ball as far as, are you going to spend all of your MT on the card you don't truly want? Or are you going to be able to sell that card for more than you bought it for? And 9 times out of 10 with sniping, it's kind of hit or miss because you might be thinking you're having a good deal, but the auction house market goes up and down throughout over time. And you might just be getting someone's scraps before no one else is willing to even buy the card. But that's pretty much the video. Those are my top 5 tips to earn MT in NBA 2K22. If you got other tips if you got other tips that you do, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know what's going on down there. If I touched on something and you disagree, go ahead and do the same thing. Leave a comment. Let's exchange some ideas. How do you grow MT? And I didn't name it, but that concludes the video. Again, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.